what is the fundamental flaw when it comes to Wonder Woman? I would definitely say character design, number one. I think the number one thing that gets you into a character or into a story is the way the character looks and the design of the character. The thing that makes me want to pick up a comic book or makes me want to read something or get into something is the art. Whether it's a webtoon, whether it's a manga, whether it's I don't know, a comic book, Spider Man, whatever. Absolute Batman, the number one thing that got people into that character was the character design and the design of all the villains. Recently the Poison Ivy design came out and everybody loves it. So I definitely think they need to level up Wonder Woman's design from that like skimpy outfit she's constantly been wearing, especially in adaptations, movies, animations, films, comics. She needs to look more like a warrior. I definitely think Artemis. She's the Amazon, but she was running around with like Red Hood and Bizarro. Like her design looks absolutely amazing. And one of the things I feel like that helped her was her character design. One of the things that made me want to get into her character and like her character more was the fact she looked like an actual warrior. I definitely think Wonder Woman will overall go up in ratings if you just change her character design. I think out of all female characters, Wonder Woman's not even top five most beloved female character. I think the top five most beloved female characters are usually going to either be Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Jean Grey, Storm, and maybe like I want to say it might be Rogue or Mystique. It's probably going to be X Men or Emma Stone or Emma Frost, whatever her name is. Uh, yeah, Wonder Woman just needs a better character design and overall needs a better uh, aesthetic that can appeal to most people. Because I think that old skimpy 60s outfit she's been wearing for the past like 40, 50 years, that's getting played out, you know. And I do know in the comics they do be changing her outfits up every now and then, but for the most part, it's like I would say her outfit, especially when it comes to adaptations, movies, and animations, need to be upgraded in order to get a more broader appeal. I think people prefer to see more of a conservative look or more of a warrior look. If you're a prostitute, you can be a prostitute. But if you're a warrior, you need to look like a warrior in order to get most people into your character, your backstory, and your lore. And that's all I wanted to say. That's the fundamental flaw I see when it comes to Wonder Woman. She just needs a better character design and maybe like two or three standout stories that can make you just absolutely love her. I definitely think Absolute Wonder Woman is doing a wonderful job. And the number one thing Absolute Wonder Woman did right was change her character design and make her more darker and make her more like, I don't know how to explain it. Just everything about her is just more darker. But her personality didn't take a major change. That's the crazy part. Her personality borderline stayed the same, but her powers went more into the magical side, and her aesthetic went into more of a hellish theme. So I definitely think Absolute Wonder Woman is doing a great job when it comes to that. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say when it comes to like the fundamental flaw of Wonder Woman. And I definitely think Kelly Thompson, the person who's writing Wonder Woman right now, Absolute Wonder Woman, she's doing a wonderful job.